Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
The Orville's back, Chris.
The Orville!
It's very heavy.
It's really heavy. So we, of course, watched Strange New Worlds today as well, and that was all goofs, gaffs, and laughs. And then we come into this episode, and we're dealing with an hour plus of super heavy suicide episode.
Yeah.
I feel like we've swapped places.
I feel like there was a better solution for Isaac, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, they could have, just locked him in a room or something.
Ugh.
Hey, it worked for Picard's mom.
Did work
If it wasn't for Picard unlocking the door. Yeah, there was so much silence in this that I was just like, is the sound working on this video?
Wow.
What's going on?
Yep.
This is visually great.
Oh, yes.
Very, very, and it's been 2 years. I could have used a full recap. Maybe, I got a bad copy that didn't have the full recap in front of it. Mm-hmm. Because, I was blanking on some names. It's been 2 years, guys.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised there wasn't a previously on the Orville, but now that I'm thinking about it, they probably don't own that footage. Because they're on Hulu now.
They are called...
And that's all Fox.
They are called the New Horizons.
Yeah, I don't think they would have been legally allowed to have a previously on the Orville.
Well, maybe that's why everything has a slight different look to it, too.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't Discovery Star Trek different look or JJ Star Trek different look, but it didn't have carpets on the bridge and that bothered me.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to have carpets. I was promised carpets on the bridge when I started watching this show.
Yeah, that was their big thing. It's we're TNG guys, carpets on the bridge.
Carpets on the bridge. So I am pretty much blanket. I like all the new visuals. This episode looked phenomenal. I know you were saying you didn't like the bridge so much, but...
Well, the carpet. That bothered me.
I know.
That's about it.
I'm digging it. The only thing I didn't like, actually, was Isaac's upgraded suit. Because I really felt like the janky suit was sort of part of what we were going for here. It's this is clearly a dude with PVC arms. And just yeah, it is. This is what I'm watching today.
I don't think the updated suit is that updated that it takes me out of that, though.
No, because he was budget.
Yeah.
He was budget as
battle armor.
Yeah. I guess it might be that. And I'm wondering if this is... Because all we have to go on is this first episode. I'm wondering if that is signaling a bit of a direction. Tonal shift for this show. Because we barely even tried to make jokes right here.
Yeah, their biggest joke I recall was tinted windows.
Yeah, that's more just banter between professionals.
Yeah.
Again... Strange New Worlds was hilarious this week.
Counter argument to your Fox point. Doesn't Disney own Fox now?
Yeah, but
Disney owns Hulu.
Does Disney own Hulu?
And this is airing on Disney in Canada, so...
Oh, is it?
They probably have the rights to everything, Chris.
They probably have the rights to everything. All right, fine.
I just think sometimes you get a channel that shows you the recap and some don't.
But regardless of the ethical question, there's a more pragmatic reason that Isaac is still on board. We barely fought off the Kaylon without losing our entire fleet. Next time, we might not be so lucky.
I am wondering now how much of a tonal shift we should be expecting, because this show has gotten more serious with time. I know we kind of joke about it, but
No need to fear the banana, Chris.
Yeah. There's no need to fear the banana. I know we joke about it, but I really think this was initially pitched. Seth, we all know Seth MacFarlane's a big Trekkie. He's doing this because he wants to be a Starfleet captain and he wants to make a Star Trek show. And he got Fox to pay for it by being I'm the Family Guy and I want to make a fart jokes in space show. And they were hell yeah, here's all the money. And then it slowly sort of moved away from that. And now we have something here that was really heavy and really dark, and I'm interested to see where the rest of this season goes. I guess I haven't given you my initial thoughts yet, but honestly, this episode didn't work that well for me.
No, it was I want to recap of where we are, what's going on in the universe. I guess we kind of know we're still at war with the Kaylons, but This is just all about suicide and the message, and it just reminds me of like previous Orville episodes where it was the same theme as a TNG episode, but they handled it smoother, where this beat you over the head with it.
I think part of it might be, you know, we're dealing with such a heavy topic, and we're dealing with these characters' responses to losing a crewmate, and this is very personal and it's very emotional. And with it having been 2+ years since I've seen this show, I don't have that connection with these characters anymore, or at least not as much. And I think something I said to you right after we watched this would have, maybe it still wouldn't have been ideal, but I think this would have worked better as the final episode of season 2 than the first one of season 3.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to go away from the big action stuff. But,
yeah, I think for maybe some production reasons you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, like, back when I was super invested in all these characters because I've been watching them all season, that would have made the best sense. Than now where it's just like, what's this? It's Lamar, right? Yeah, it's Lamar,
Yeah.
Got a new character, Charlie. Just like a backup helms officer or navigations.
Yeah, she seems kind of redundant to Gordon. I'm not sure what she's doing.
Well, I mean, you gotta throw a girl up there.
Sure.
It's the thing to do these days, Chris. She's cute. I don't know about this no syrup on pancakes stuff.
Me, I can't get enough of these things. Favorite food since I was a kid. I'd eat them every meal if I could. Just butter, though. No syrup, no fruit. People think that's kind of weird.
Yeah, the biggest jokes out of this were the ones I was making about it.
Yeah. And again, maybe they're just not going for that anymore. Maybe we shouldn't be expecting this. But that also seems like not a good choice for this series, because it was, it was built with that premise. Like, Bortus is here to be funny. What are we doing with that character if we're just going to be a drama show?
Well, this was definitely like a heavier drama than the usual message of hope that they go for. And I do think we will get back to that, because the whole theme for this season, they were really concerned about. That's why Seth and only Brannon Braga directed every episode. And, he's a classic TNG guy. So they're going to try to keep the theme rather than have different directors come in and change the mood of an episode or something like that, which is sad because we won't get Frakes and Paris showing up. And
oh, no Frakes this year.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's how you know it was a real Star Trek show, because Frakes directs them all.
Well, I mean, everybody from Star Trek works on it, so.
Yeah.
But Isaac is a pariah because, he turned on everybody, and then, he did help them later. But they had him deactivated for a long time. They recently reactivated him, and everybody hates him.
Yeah.
They wrote murderer on it, but it was actually Marcus. And tells him to go himself, and so he offs himself. He EMP'd himself.
Yes, he EMP'd his pants.
Yeah.
Look at this gorgeous girl. I'm in love.
Oh, wait till you see how she handles. It's like she's psychic. Knows your next move even before you make it.
Yeah, I bet.
Gordon's like, he comes back with a new ship, the Pterodon.
Yeah.
Cool name.
Yeah, very Delta Flyer. We got to see its test, and God, I loved the visuals of doing this in the dry dock. But God, did it not make any fucking sense to have a live fire drill in the dry dock?
Yeah.
I kind of assumed they were shooting light at each other, but then the little pods started actually exploding. And I'm just like,
that's a waste of resources in a war, I'm just saying.
What?
Those pods can fire actual weapons. You could use that later.
I mean, sure. But it's like, whatever. Visually gorgeous again.
Yeah.
Loving the effects, loving the updates.
When he's talking to Charlie and he's just like, oh yeah, like I heard about what happened. I don't like Isaac either. I was just like, is he like undercover for Ed right now? Like,
that's what I thought immediately as well. I thought we were this was going to be Gordon like infiltrating the anti Isaac, group, and he'd be going to their meetings, and at the end there'd be a reveal. Some of the acting in this wasn't totally impressed by. Like, a lot of it felt kind of wooden. And like with you and I both immediately getting that impression, I'm wondering if that was something that was in the script originally, maybe? Because things can get changed, but
especially with 2 years off.
Yeah, especially with 2 years off. But I totally had the impression that he was trying to gain her trust or something like that.
Yeah, they had a lot of stopping and starting the production too because of COVID. Like, be months off and stuff.
Yeah.
Sir, it's brand new.
It was brand new a year ago. The upgrade makes it look like a lawnmower.
Whatever you say. All right, guys, let's rip it out.
Virgo's there, but she's not with Lamar anymore.
No, he's out.
Interesting.
He's out banging pointy chicks.
Yeah. Yeah, very pointy. Dangerous. Hips are bleeding.
And the hips don't lie.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. Like, cause like they were together and now they're not. What's going on? And then 2 years off, something changed. Also, like her conversation about her species. Well, on my homeworld, and she said that so many
we just
times.
kind of do that.
Yeah, on my homeworld, we off ourselves all the time. It's about remembering people. That's the greatest honor, and it's just like. It's really weird. Like, I know that we always often will go to alien races to, like, show the human stuff in classic Trek and stuff, but it's just, like, really emphasizing this is your home.
A lot of this was really by the numbers.
Yeah.
Like, this was just, here's the standard way for the character to have an epiphany by talking about a tangentially related subject with another character and being like, oh my god.
Even Doc coming in talking to her kid who's like trying to ignore her, and it's just like it was his choice. And it's like
I felt like Tasha Yar was telling me not to do drugs in a lot of this episode.
Yeah, I thought about Tasha when they were on the holodeck. She's like giving her son shit or whatever. Like, oh, you can't go on here. It's not a proper coping mechanism.
Computer activate coping mechanism 5.
I was like, that's why you banged him and you made him into a human. Who's coping here? Like,
Simulator is fun for games. You can't use it to bring back people you've lost. It can impede the healing process. I've treated patients who've developed real problems using this room to...
Yeah, they're treating the kids harsh in this one. Yeah. Kid's tall though, and took a shot, went up to Charlie and be like, hey, you eat.
Hey. I hate robots too. Yeah.
I'm older too.
You want to come over and listen to my favorite band, Rage Against the Machine?
Yes. Wouldn't be so weird in this show, would it? We've seen TV episodes already, haven't we?
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog's on the desk. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he convinces her somehow to go help, even though she was like, I'm not gonna do it, and I'm just like. Half the episode, I'm just like, order her! You don't say no to a captain, he can order you.
Yeah.
But even then, she refused, so you were relieved of duty.
Yeah, we got a standard ass captain speech. I'm sure I've heard exactly the phrase "you don't have a monopoly on grief" in maybe even more than one Star Trek show. That's familiar. I've heard that before somewhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. The themes, just the way about everything went, vary by the numbers, and I have seen it 100 times. It was just in a slightly different setting.
Yeah.
Report. It just dropped out of quantum, sir.
They caught us by surprise.
At least we got like something like to pick us up. We got a Kaylon's attacking. We go into a stormy planet, which was kind of cool. We got like, when was the last time we seen anything like a submarine battle?
When was the last time we saw like a Star Trek-y submarine battle where they got to fake out the enemy by making a big explosion to make them think?
I'm not sure. I've seen that in a while or anything.
I certainly didn't see that exactly 7 days ago.
How many torpedoes we got? 26. Put them all on the shuttle. Shit, we gotta go back and get more torpedoes now.
They've been away from Starbase for like less than a day.
Yeah.
And they're gonna come back there and be like, sorry, we used all our torpedoes.
Yeah.
We torpedoed some shit.
See, now I'm just thinking that could be funny.
That could be funny.
You guys come back like every week. What are you doing with those torpedoes? We've seen your logs. You didn't engage any enemies.
Don't worry about it. We're testing.
There were some icebergs in space that we had to get rid of. They were navigational threats.
Yeah.
Well, they had a great opportunity to show it too, but like they updated like stuff like the shielding and all that. We're getting deflectors and all that. We're getting like super upgrades from a year ago, and it's just like we could have saw it, could have seen how good it is, but I didn't.
Yeah, they even gave us a line about how we're upgraded to like a heavy cruiser kind of drive, and it's like we didn't even try to outrun the Kaylon or whatever. Like I thought we'd at least do that.
Yeah. Well, they could keep up probably with a heavy cruiser anyways, but
I guess.
What's the point?
It seemed kind of weird like to call that out. Be like, we're extra fucking fast now, and then the problem, we don't even try to use that. It was weird to mention it.
We spent 45 minutes in dry dock talking about upgrades, doing upgrades and suicide talk, and it was like, oh, this is motion picture to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, let's take a 30-minute shuttle ride to get to the Enterprise.
I think what I'm hoping for this episode, you know, I didn't hate it. It was fine. I really would have liked to get something I could be more excited about as the first episode, but I'm kind of hoping that what they're doing is taking this first episode of Orville New Horizons and kind of just totally wrapping up and just discharging their last two seasons on Fox, and then moving forward with this being, you know, kind of its own thing. I think that might have been one of their goals with this episode, was just to be like, okay, all that's wrapped up and done now. It's going to inform what we're doing, but we're moving on now.
We also got the whole arc, which still wasn't really finished by the end of it, of Charlie and Isaac not getting along, and like her prejudice against his race.
Well, it seems pretty reasonable to be prejudiced against his race.
Yeah.
Given that they're genocidal maniacs, but yeah.
But it's like Worf. I mean, you're at war with the Klingons, but Worf serves with you. Like, but Worf also like never at any point really betrayed them. So.
Yes, that's true.
Sounds like we have something in common. So, what can I do for you? Or did you just want to meet the girl who got fired?
Final thoughts, me, Chris.
Final thoughts? Well, I think I've pretty much said so already. This episode was fine for me. I guess this was a little disappointing for me coming back after 2 years, but I really enjoyed those first 2 seasons, so I'm certainly not giving up on it or anything. I want to see what they've got for me in the next couple episodes, and then we'll start seeing how I feel about the season.
Yeah, I kind of used to like going up against Discovery and being like, oh, sweet Orville, yes, oh, thank you for bringing me out of my misery.
Yeah, but Strange New Worlds.
And then it's just like, I was just coming down from a high here with Strange New Worlds, doing an excellent job of being real Star Trek. And
yeah, they have actual competition now.
Yeah.
How are they going to fare against real competition?
Yeah, it's Orville did a great job the last couple seasons, so I am looking forward to more. But yeah, this episode was a downer for me.
Yeah. I appreciate them like going out and tackling heavy subjects.
Yeah.
I think it's good that they have the capacity to do that.
It's stuff that people out there do need to hear. But
it was weird timing.
Yeah. Weird timing and very driven home. Like everybody had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.